Hi and welcome to the BandLab tutorial series. In this video, we're going to learn how to add some new tracks, some new instruments on top of the drum machine track that we created. So in order to create a new track, we click on this button that says Add Track. That brings us back to the original window. This time we're going to add, and we're going to use the computer keyboard to add an instrument. Like we will start with a bass. So if I click on it, you'll see that it creates an instrument track. Now this instrument is what we call a MIDI instrument, so it's whatever sound the computer has and we control it. And this is the nice thing about BandLab. You don't need a fancy MIDI keyboard or anything. It uses your computer keyboard to create those sounds. So if we click on instrument here, we see that it gives us the option of choosing what instrument we're going to use. So we're going to use a bass to start with. We're actually going to use a synth bass rather than a, and let's choose what type of bass. So again, like with the drum, we can listen to different basses. I don't know why it's much louder than the actual output of the program, and you can't control the output of the Audition, which is a bit annoying, but you know, it's free. We're gonna alright, let's try the fancy bass. So I can either click it here by clicking, or I can actually use my actual keyboard, and the letters here are related to what letter on my computer keyboard I need to use in order to play. So I'm actually tapping on my computer keyboard and it plays those notes that the letters are assigned. So I can play this thing and I can just start to jam with it. Another annoying thing, you have to click back on the piano in order for it to play. So click on the piano, now it's armed, ready. Okay, it has a bit of what we call latency, so it plays slightly after when I actually press. So you will see it will create the notes slightly out of whack, but we can fix that. So this guy is the record button, and when I click record, it will give me 4 counts, and then on we go. Again, I have to. This is one annoying thing about BandLab. You have to click the piano. So we're going to have to click record, then quickly run to the piano and click on it while it's counting 4. Click, click. Okay, I've created a 4-bar pattern, which I know full well is not very accurate, but it's a good way to show you how we solve this problem. So if I listen to it, nowhere near what I want it to sound. So what do? I don't panic. I click the MIDI editor and I get the picture of what I've done here. So these are my notes. I can hear them individually. If I play, I can see the okay. I can see that they're all late, so I can highlight them all and I'm going to drag them to the beginning, and now most of them are on the bar. Let me hear it. Okay, few that are not, so let's hear exactly which ones. Oh, this one is too early. I can take it and drag it to its place. This one is too late. Now they're all in time, however I would like these ones to be a bit longer, so I can take each individual note and make it as long as I want it to be. That's it now. Okay, that sounds much better. Now, as you can see, it created a 8-bar region, but we only have notes on 4 bars of it. So if I want to be able to loop it, I have to now use a different function, which is shortening the actual sample. So instead of holding it in the loop, because if I loop it now, it will loop this one, which will have 4 empty bars every time. So I don't want that. I can use the bottom one, which will shorten it till bar 5. And now it's accurate. It's exactly the 4 bars that I've recorded. And now I can loop it. Okay, this means that I didn't loop it accurately. Let's make it bigger and find out where was the problem. This is the thing about when you loop something or when you edit samples, you have to be very, very careful to be accurate. Because as you can see, this one is ending just after the other one. So I can move it back, and now the lines are exactly the same. Now it will be accurate. Okay, now I can go ahead and make this sound a bit more interesting. I have, by the MIDI editor, I have effects. So let's see what effects we can have. We have presets, which gives us a kind of a full effect. So with bass, it's nice to have a chorus. Let's try that. Let's see what it sounds like. You see, there's all sorts of things that you can, we'll get into that later too. And also here you can add a reverb to it. Okay, now I'm just going to reduce the volume a bit. Yeah, I'm happy with that as a starting point. So now we can go ahead, let's zoom out a bit. So I've worked on the first part. Now we can go and create a second bass line for the chorus. We can copy this bass line just like we did with the drum. We can copy it to a second verse if that's what we decided that we want for our verse, and so on and so on. So yeah, this is how you create an instrument track. So now, for example, I can add another instrument track. I can add track, instrument track, and again I can choose a whole different instrument. Oh, sorry, I'm on effects, back to instrument, and again I can play piano on that. I can add a synthesizer, strings, and so on. And the process is exactly the same. You can record, or you can use the MIDI editor, use the pencil, and literally draw the notes in. Let's see what this will sound like if we just add a long note of C to start with. There we go. Oh, we got it to the beginning. Here we go. A bit too early. And so on and so on. I don't want to spend the video actually making the track. That's your job. I just want to show you the functions. So this basically is how you can import the MIDI instruments, either by drawing them or by using the instrument, the piano, and actually playing them. So this is it, and this is we're slowly building our song. I'll see you next time when we'll deal with another aspect of the mix editor in BandLab. Take care.